Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday for the 27th of August 2025. It's currently about 6:30 p.m. on the West Coast, 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast. First of all, remember this is never financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees a market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. All right, all odds going up, all Dow Jones, Nasdaq, all going up still. Right, let's just get on with it. There's brutal out there for stocks that miss their earnings. Brutal, right? Woolies today. What was the other one today? Sheet up. WiseTech today. Hammered. But not as much as Woolies. Holy shit, Woolies. That's big for a supermarket to do that. You know, there was CSL the other week. What was the other one? Yeah, Reese. Okay. And I just, Reese is interesting because, there's no way in hell a technical trader should be in Reese. Okay, and this I've been talking a lot about these Guppy moving averages lately. Really love them, but I've been talking about it for 6 years or more. Shit, can't remember. 7 years since I started Breakout Wednesday. With my 200-day, my 150, my 100, my exponential multiple moving averages, it's the same thing. This is just kind of cleaner and prettier. But when you fight the trend, you get hammered. Okay, because bad shit happens when stocks are trending down. More often than when it happens more often than when stocks are trending up. All right, you get lucky when you just hang out in uptrends. You tend to get lucky. All right, i.e. AFG. Okay, today, right, which I'll get to in a sec. But when you hang out in downtrends, you tend to get unlucky. It makes sense, right? Uptrends, good. Bad trend, downtrends, bad, right? Very simple shit. But everyone wants to buy cheap. Everyone wants a deal and a bargain, and that's why they go bottom fishing in this sort of crap in Greece, and and they pay the price, right? So that's that. Let's move on. There's some stocks I want to talk about, and I'm going to haphazardly move through stocks and then get the hell out of here, right? Now, BCI on the ASX is just basing in this box, and basing away in this box, and it's basing quite a long time now. And if you look, it's got relative blue sky above it. Okay, got quite a lot of them at 2.8 billion. That's quite a few shares, right? But the overhead supply is back 3 years ago, and so it's relatively blue sky. All this is kind of distant in people's brain. It's been diluted by the passing of time. All right. And so I like that. I just like that sideways action. I'm going to fix this, by the way, this fading out here with all these moving averages up there. Anyway, so BCI I like, okay? I'm watching that. I'm ready to trade it. Now, I posted the forum, and it's my biggest position right now in the trading account is Oxy on the NISI, right? I like this long-term resistance line that's been broken. I like this tight VCP. I like this symmetrical triangle pattern. I like the guppies just converging, banging into each other since here, bang, 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 bang. And they just pretty much come together and then they separate. And I like the kind of moving out of that range. So you can see that my risk is well defined, right? Is down here. Okay, I've got my first parcel within this base, which I don't usually do, but I did for this one, and then I tripled the position size. So one lot here, and then another 2 lots here, so 3 lots in total. And then you can see the risk reward, right? If you just use your common sense here, I'm aiming for up here, got to stop here, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, something like that, right? So that's how I think about these things, and I really like that position. Let's see how it unfolds. The WDS is, I've also got a position on this, okay? And I know that's a bit heavy on oil stocks, but I don't know if it's my gut screaming or if I'm just listening to the charts, but it is what it is, and this is just breaking out into blue sky after breaking this huge downtrend that I talked about. It's just I can't ignore these signals, all right? The same signals that got me long there, all the tech stocks back at the end of that bear market, all right? And it's similar shit. I just trust it, and go with it, and just, stick to the plan. Just give it time, let it play out. Now, talking about giving stuff time, right? just got a new member who obviously I'm not going to say name. Lovely bloke, and he got in AFG. Then he's frustrated because he sold here on this day on the 18th because it hadn't done anything. He's a new trader, right? And he's learning. And the point of bringing it up is for educational reasons. Like this, you've got to just, in my opinion, just be patient and just give things a chance to play out. And, I hope there's some members out there that made bank today. All right. So I was, scared out of this today completely just because it was just such a big gap and, and it ran up and blah, 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 right? But go back and listen to last week and the week before, whenever it was I talked about AFG. Uptrend, retracement, base, resistance, VCP, and the main thing really, the strongest sector. So important, right? Being in that strongest sector and having blue sky and a tight VCP and a lovely base, bang. All of the alternative finance stocks are hot. PLT, PPN, AFG, I can keep naming them. And when you trade stocks in the strongest sector, breaking out into blue sky, you really, really have edge, okay? And that is like, if I had one trading plan in the world, that's it. This stuff. Find the strongest sector, find blue sky, find a base, trade it. That is it. Full stop, no other trading plan in the world, right? If I only had to choose one, okay? And AFG had all the boxes ticked, as I talked about, and moving on, KSL is similar, all right? This is in a minor bank space. Where is it? It's not coming up. Give me a sec. Broke out today, all right? It's been chatted about on the forum. Here we go, KLS, Brian, good stuff. Yeah, Seb and Brian. Yeah. There's some good, really kind of good posts on the forum, really good swish on people in there, and anyway, so all right, so I like that one. Now let's get on with things. I've already talked about AFG. Now I think MIN and PLS are interesting, right? Let's just go to MIN first. It's pissing down outside, so the sound's bad. That's why. Okay, MIN uptrend started. Okay, obviously had a vicious downtrend. Uptrend started. All right, and now we're Davis boxing. Okay, and I keep looking at it, and I haven't placed an order. Haven't put my order in yet. But that's certainly tight there, isn't it? Okay, and it's given really nice risk reward. And, like a lot of the time, I'd love it if it could just trend a bit longer. Like if we look at some of this resistance back here, it's just a tiny bit above that, isn't it? Yeah, that's cool. So anyway, it does look interesting, I must admit. MIN, I'm looking at PLS too. I mean, I'm not going to take both of them. You kind of need to choose one. I don't think I really need to, jump into both of those. Had obviously a nice day today, about to break out. So you got to choose MIN or PLS. I wouldn't take both personally, but so they're interesting. The next one I'm looking at is TNE. TNE kind of has been one of these stocks that talked about a lot over the years, but okay, it's big. Look at this thing going back. Wow, certainly rewarded those who keep with it. Right now we've had this big move out of this nice base here, right? Big uptrend, pull back, bouncing around in his red lines, and now it's given us this kind of channel, and we're waiting for a break. So to me, it's like it's a nice pullback trade. It's classed as also a combination of pullback and a breakout. If this can just stay under this line for a bit longer, and then stuff about where my browser cursor is, and then break out here, then I can have a stop pretty much here with an entry here, and a super good risk reward. So I'm stalking TNE. Now, Tesla trade, that's been talking about, and in is going well. It did have that retracement. I had to kind of just chill out and just try not to get stressed about that. And now it's gone on with it. So still pretty bullish on that. This is a nice pattern, and it's just, I'm telling you, like managing these suckers is the hardest thing, right? Like just to sell, like it just, I kind of like, I had a plan, stops down here a bit, but I just wanted to sell this thing at break even when it was coming back here, and but you just got to follow your plan. You really do, and you just don't have a chance to make it. Like it's like the AFG trade, choking that early, and then look what you missed, right? You just got to follow the plan, guys. Like it's simple as that. This is why computers are so much better at trading than 99% of humans, because all these emotions that we face when we're in a trade, computers don't have that. They don't give a shit if AFG takes 5 days to do something. And so you got to kind of become a stone cold killer. You can't let your brain play tricks on you, and that's what this game's all about, right? I've talked enough. I'm going to get out of here. There's some good setups there, and some good setups that are playing out. The ATP trade, I'm in this just tiny position for a bit of fun because it's so liquid. Today I did 27k worth, so no one's going to get rich from this one, unless you kind of been in it from all the way back here. But this is just for fun, for educational reasons, for fun reasons. This is just such a cool base, and let's see what happens, right? I'll follow up on that. That's it. Check out the forum, guys, if you're not on there, because such good chats on there at the moment about trade trending with Guppy moving averages, and all sorts of setups, and some awesome members in there, and a great little community we're building, and having a lot of fun with it. Take care. Cheers, mate.